Hi, this is Connie from Prosperity Finance. In this video, I'm going to share with you a real case study that happened to our clients just before Christmas last year. It was a disaster. I want to share this story so that you learn the lesson without actually incur the same tragedy. What happened was I had a client was really busy with the life and work, and they kind of looking for property but was not very active, so they thought, oh, leave the pre-approval later. What happened was they suddenly saw a property they're interested to buy, but it was only a day or two before the auction, so they had no time to get a written approval from the bank. Now in that circumstances, we actually help clients to had an initial assessment and advise them what's the borrowing capacity is. And we also remind them that there's still a risk that the bank may not approve to the same amount or the property may not be accepted by the bank. Now from client's perspective, because the budget is quite low than what they can borrow, so they were quite confident they should be able to get the finance sorted should they win the auction. And also the sale purchase agreement for the property was really clean. There was no further term condition. So they were really confident at the auction time, and in the end they won the auction. They were so happy because it was actually lower than the expected budget. What the tragedy happened in the end was that when they went to the property for inspection before settlements, they find there's a huge problem with the property. Obviously, they didn't do the due diligence beforehand, before the auction. It's even worse that when the building inspector to test for the weather tightness, which is to test the moisture level for the property, it's actually really high measure everywhere in the house. What that means is the bank can't take the property for security. Luckily, they have equity in another property which can solve the problem. However, then it's no longer worth $2 million anymore. They thought it was a bargain, but in fact it was not a bargain at all. The property probably at a condition that probably require a huge repair or demolishment. And even worse, client actually paid 20% deposit, which is 200 grand out of the pocket, and it's already passed to the vendor, so they can't get it back. It was a tragedy and it happened before Christmas. So the whole family is actually really sad. Well, the case is still going, and they couldn't come up with a great solution with the vendor. So they are about to go to High Court hearing in the next months. So the reason I want to share this is to let you know that you should always have a pre-approval in place before you make any unconditional offer. Auction itself is an unconditional offer. So make sure you have a pre-approval. And also secondly, you need to make sure the bank would accept the property for security. So we will need a certificate of title and also sale purchase agreement. I don't need to see the exact offer you make, the purchase price, etc. That's okay. What's important is actually in the term condition. So we will check on your behalf, make sure that it's a clean offer, and we also double check with the bank and make sure they have a written consent for security acceptance. Finally, I want to remind you that if you really like the property and want to put an offer, make sure that you put all the conditions that you want to meet. For example, if you doubt about the building construction, make sure you put a building report as a condition. You may have a finance condition or other condition in the offer, but if you want to get out of the contract, you have to prove that condition hasn't been met. So if the building report comes back has an issue and you want to get out, but you don't have that as a condition, you have a finance condition, but your finance is okay, then you probably have a trouble. So just bear in mind that put all the condition you can. I know you want to put a clean offer, but it will save you a lot of hassle if you do the right thing in the beginning. I hope you find this video really helpful, and if you know anyone is currently looking for property, hasn't got pre-approval, or want to make a rush offer, please pass this video to them. You will help them tremendously. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.